La 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 la. Yeah! Woo!
Hey there, family, comrades, and neighbors. It's Jason Wyman here with another art update. Yay! Oh my gosh, it's happening. Consistency. I like it. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about cycles and seasons and kind of what I see on the horizon for myself in the fall of 2021, actually fall and winter, going into winter of 2021. I have been in a mad process of creation for hours upon hours, which have turned into days upon days, weeks into weeks, and now at least 2 months. And it's been absolutely chaotically, maddeningly delightful and, just a mixed bag of a whole bunch of stuff. And partly it's been a mixed bag because I've been in this process and I've also started getting back onto social media because I am launching a business and social media is a key aspect actually of, launching this particular business. Just business in general in this point in time. And so as I've re-entered social media, I have started seeing the ways in which things have really kind of reopened all over the place and how concerts are happening or how art shows are happening and how all of this activity, this flurry of activity seems to be happening all around me. And I am getting invitations to attend, art things or performances and all of the stuff as all of the things reopened. I mean, in fact, even before all of this happened, I had a performance with Midori trying to test the waters of reopening. And so for me, I've felt very conflicted in terms of navigating all of the conflicting information about COVID, not just here locally, but really nationally, but then looking at it through this lens of, well, San Francisco's not doing too terribly, and then feeling weird about being in this like mad co-creative, generative, creative space. Like it's just, I don't know. It's a mixed bag of a whole bunch of crap that I just am like, how the am I going to navigate my fall? Well, my dear friend Mark came over the other day in order to help disrupt me from all of my mad creation and give me space to share story and to share some of what I'm working on, to listen to what they're working on, and to try to sort through some of this quagmire of how do we navigate this fear of missing out when we are very clear that there is a path that we might happen to be on. At least to me, it feels like I'm on a path. So what to do with this FOMO? Like seriously, as I'm looking on social media, what to do with it? And not only what to do with it, but what to do with it in a way that allows me not just peace for myself of not worrying about the missing out component, but also not go immediately to, I don't know, shaming others who might also be doing something that maybe I just actually don't want to do. I know that this all gets complicated with COVID, which, for me also just confounds me even fucking more. So I'm always in search of tools. As an artist, I'm always in search of a tool that can help me in a particular moment. And so, what's this tool? What is this thing that I need in order to get me from this moment in time until at least the end of the year? At least give myself some sort of end date for lack of a better word. Well, Mark came over, and as we were chatting, I got to sharing the story of Orion, of the constellation that I absolutely fucking adore. When I was, in the fourth grade, my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Bishop, had all of us gather at the school one late evening, and had us all lay down on the grass. And we, it was one of those, it was October, it was really late October in Minnesota. The grass is, there's really, like, it's almost winter. It's fucking freezing out. We're all like, what are we doing? And all excited because we're all outside and we're getting to look at the stars. And we're looking up, and she points out the constellation Orion to us. And she tells us that regardless of what the weather might look like or feel like, or wherever it is that we might happen to be, as long as we're in the northern hemisphere, if we see Orion, we know that it's fall or winter. Maybe the beginning of spring. And that story has stuck with me, all of these years later. I'm 45 now, so, decades. It stuck with me for fucking decades. And the other day, I went outside in order to, smoke my joint and drink my coffee early at like 4:30, maybe a little bit before 4:30 in the morning. And as I'm sitting there, I look up in the sky and I happen to see Orion. And it brought such a wide smile to my face. And I said to Orion, I said, "Good morning. Oh my God, it's so good to see you again." And it really hit me, dawned on me, if I'm going to be punny, it dawned on me that I am in a cycle right now. And I should actually possibly listen to that cycle, to be honest. Well, what does that actually mean? How am I listening to a particular cycle, or what is it that I am finding within that cycle itself? For me, what I'm realizing is that I am going to be and need to intentionally be in a cycle of hermiting. This creative, maddening, generative space is actually something I need right now. I have spent a very long time cultivating deep relations with people. And that soil right now is very fertile, and things are growing of their own accord. And I need to take the time to tend that soil and to tend all of the relations that make up the fertility of my garden. I have to do that. It is what is giving me life. It is what is sustaining me. It is why I want to keep creating. I create with and by and alongside other people because it is the only way I know how to survive. Like, not kind of. And so as I was relaying the story to Mark and realizing that I'm talking about cycles and talking about, a hermiting, I realized that now, at least right now, I don't have to necessarily worry about the chatter of the outside world. I need to pay attention to my comrades that I am creating with and the worlds in which they inhabit. And let me tell you, those worlds are complex. They really, truly are. People are hurting. People are in pain, people are struggling, and people are really, truly trying to figure something else out. We're trying to heal the fucked up shit of this shitty ass world that is literally both drowning and on fire. So I need to be present for my comrades. That's who I need to be present for. I need to be reachable when someone needs to pick up a phone. I need to know that I personally have the mental and emotional capacity to be there for friends who are struggling with severe mental health issues right now. That's who I create with. That's who I love. Those are my relatives and those are my relations. And as much as I might want to go do the fun thing, as much as that might feel momentarily like a release, I know right now, with everything in the world being what it is, that is just going to be a source of anxiety and stress for me. And so it's okay to tune it out for a while. It's okay to put up some blinders, to hold on to those blinders and say, you know what? I'm in a cycle, and I'm in a cycle of hermiting, not hermiting away or into myself, but hermiting into the relations that I know I want, need, and desire to cultivate and to tend. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm doing it. So that's the exciting thing. Not only that is where I am, but that is what I am doing and who it is that I be. And while it can feel overwhelming, and while at times it can end up in me being hella emotional and depressed for a while, I don't know that I'd want it any other way. I have my relatives. I have a community. I have mutuality. Focus there and continue developing it. Thanks so much for watching and for listening. There is a lot more in the e-newsletter update, as you will see. I feel very honored to be working and co-creating with folks like Crystal Mason and also my husband, John O'Reilly, and some other folks that I am excited to share a little bit more about when things are a little bit more fleshed out. There's a lot more in the works. Stay tuned. But that's all I've got for now. So, ciao, y'all. Hey there, family, comrades, and neighbors. It's Jason Wyman here, urging you on the other side of this screen to like and to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you are so moved, please share this content, or any content really, with your comrades, family, and neighbors. I really want to grow this community of weird queerdos. Can you help me do that? It's how we cultivate camaraderie, solidarity, artistry, and love. Thanks so much for tuning in and for sharing. Ciao.
Yeah.